A jigsaw is easier to use than you might imagine. Today we're going to use a basic jigsaw to cut out circles. Once you've mastered circles, you can create a vast array of projects like this yard toss game board. Come on, let's get started. First, measure and mark the size of the circle that you need to cut. You can use a compass or you can simply trace around an object that meets your size requirements. Position the board with the cutting area extending beyond the edge of your work table and secure it into place with a clamp. This is going to hold it nice and steady for you. We're going to be using a drill with a 3/8 inch wood bit to drill a starter hole just inside of the scribed circle. When working with any power tool, you want to make sure that you're completely comfortable using it. So go ahead and make a couple of practice cuts on a scrap piece of wood before we start on our final project. Now we're going to be placing our jigsaw blade right in that starter hole that we created. And when we do this, you also want to make sure that when you saw that you have your shoe plate flush with our board. We're going to place this in our hole. You want to place the blade to the back of the starter hole because when we start our saw, we need it to not be touching the wood. Now, I'm going to saw probably about halfway up, and you just need to do that to where you feel comfortable. You'll want to stop. You don't want to do this all in one round. You'll stop and reposition yourself so it stays nice and easy for you. Don't worry if your circle isn't perfect. You can use a sanding sponge to smooth out any uneven spots or rough edges. With a little practice, you can also use the saw to even out any cutting flaws. Using the skills that we learned today, along with techniques from previous skill set videos, you can create your own game board for hours of family fun. Visit this link to find step-by-step instructions, illustrations, and a list of tools and materials for building this project.